Yeah, it's very weird how people even today have grown oblivious to the spiritual world, too busy, doing other things.
I mean, it's definitely true. Like, if you forget about it and you neglect it and you start doing a bunch of like terrible things, then after a while it's gonna catch up to you. Like you're gonna feel a sense of remorse. You're gonna feel guilty deep down, and it's gonna
Mm.
hurt you deep down, and it's all gonna come out one time. So they usually it, it it is kind of a running and returning. Somebody described faith to be one time, right? How faith is
Yeah.
a door you constantly keep going through. I think St. John of the Cross talked about aspects of trying to purify that aspect of himself, where he had his doubts. But yeah, no, I mean, it's a very common trope within the Bible, so you should never feel alone.
Yeah. Another thing that is people today, like, and it's so stupid because it's like those who do not have a strong faith are the ones that usually don't believe, in my opinion, in that spiritual aspect. And they're like, well, my life's been good so far. Why would I want to go to church all the time? And
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
just
well,
don't
why
search
would
to
they?
begin with. They don't
Yeah,
inquire.
yeah, and it's like, well, that then the devil's already won. They're like, well,
Yo,
how
bro,
so?
Jesus Christ is not your Lord and Savior. Read science. Science disprove your whole fucking religion. Wake the fuck up. Come on, bro.
Read science. Okay, where did science come
You're
from?
actually wrong.
I mean, science literally steps on your religion.
Saint Bonaventure would like to have a word with you. And
You wanna, dude?
So what are you gonna
actually
say? What are you
equal-
gonna say?
equal
Wait,
any,
wait.
like,
When science disproves your religion, what are you gonna say? Oh, I saw Jesus Christ in my dreams and in real life. What are you gonna say, bro? Realistically,
Can the laws of physics be broken?
can the laws of physics be broken? I would have to do a bit of research to respond to that. Wait, let me check.
Okay.
Like everybody, do you
I
not
trust
do
you for the
research?
atheistic
Like,
marketing community. Like you're marketing atheism really well, dude. I trust you.
No,
Is
this is
this a
on the
not.
atheist knowledge.
televangelist atheist?
I think there's nothing in nature that can break the laws of nature. I mean,
Watched a
would you
couple of
agree to
Paul
that?
Pagan videos, and he's coming on Discord.
I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you think about that for a moment.
Can nature break the laws of nature?
bro, if I ask you a really advanced question and you take time
It's
to
not
do
even
a bit of
advanced.
research, I'm not gonna start laughing about you, bro. Like, come on,
It's
bro.
not an advanced
Okay,
question.
fine. You
That's
could
a funny
you
thing.
could
Wake
do
the
that
fuck up,
research.
bro.
You could think about that.
So it says here, the laws of physics are inviolable, and there are instances where they have been broken or at least pushed to their limits.
So Merca, how are you coping these days about the collapse of the Lambda CDM model?
What?
So do you still believe, even after the findings of JWST, that dark matter, dark energy exists in the same way that they assumed it to be when they came up with the Lambda CDM formula for the beginning of the universe?
Okay, so you're just taking a piss now. Yeah.
Well, you're just coping at this point. So
Bro,
what is your stance
Jesus
on?
Christ, Jesus Christ
Do you have
existed.
a
Okay,
Merca,
Jesus Christ,
hold on,
Jesus, Jesus,
do you
Jesus
have a
existed.
stance? Do you have a
Listen,
stance
you bitch.
on?
Jesus
Do you
Christ
have a stance?
existed, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay,
You're
but he's not
running away
God.
from the
Okay,
questions here.
Excuse
me, sir.
Prove
Do you
me you're
have?
God.
Do you?
Prove
What
you're
is
God.
your
Prove it
theory
to
on
me.
fundamental physics, Mirko?
Can I have an evidence? Like, can I see it?
Do you have a
He's got
position
Merca, just
on
let him
fundamental
ask a
physics?
question. Just let him ask one question.
He's not going to engage with you guys, dude.
Bro, like, you guys know it, that science destroys your religion, bro. Like, come on, bro.
No, it's
Can
a
he just
false,
ask
it's a
a
false
question?
dichotomy to assume that religious
Like,
people
okay,
aren't
bro.
scientific.
Like,
You've been
okay,
right. I mean, string theorists have been trying to argue that this is the case so far, but it turns out that string theory is nothing more than a scam. Because at this point, our observations disprove the plausibility of the Lambda CDM, right?
Bro, like,
how are you coping with this?
What you're doing right now is giving me a bunch of words that I need to do research to understand.
Yeah,
because
precisely.
Not everybody understands
you came
everything.
in here accusing religious people that they don't know the physics or they haven't done the research, and then now you're like, well, I have to go do my research. Stop attacking me. You're a little bitch.
Bro, your mother
I'm going to start reading by Saint Bonaventure.
Your mother is a whore.
Collection.
Uh-oh.
You're
Wait,
a
what's
bitch,
your
bro.
argument, Merca?
You and
Do you
your
got an
shitty ass
argument?
religion,
Like,
bro.
Marco, what is your
Fucking
point? Do you have a
shitty
point?
ass religion. Motherfuckers
You're just
think
coping, and
a
you're
That's
just
man
not
is
even
coping,
an
gonna-
Merca.
argument. You're just
Merca,
coping.
the
You
rug has
haven't-
been pulled under your feet by your own quote unquote string theorists. How are you gonna cope
like
with
your
that?
religion is dog shit. Do
You've
something
been lied
about it.
to.
You
You
have
got
an
into a scam. You
argument?
got crypto scammed, and you're bankrupt.
Dang.
You're spiritually bankrupt. You got
So,
crypto scammed.
Spiritually
can you,
bankrupt.
are you able to disprove
Crypto was the
God
Bro,
light in your
you base
soul.
or religion?
everything
Crypto was stolen from you.
on one single book, bro.
This is so
No
laughable.
critical.
One book? Don't you know
This
the
is so
Bible is a
laughable.
bunch of books?
Yo, listen, pussy. You know
The
what I meant,
Bible's
bro. I
one
meant the
book?
Bible, bro.
Really?
Really?
You base
Christian
everything
Is
Bible?
in your
Isaiah
life. You
the
base
one
everything in your
author
life
of
on the Bible,
Moses?
okay?
Is Isaiah and
You
Moses the
do
same
you do
person?
no critical judgment. And yeah, bro, that's basically
I could
Christians.
tell. I could tell you
Oh,
speak
I
Is that
more
saw
your
than two
Jesus
argument? Is that
Christ
your
in my
best argument?
dreams.
I could
That's
tell
your
you
Jesus
best
speak
Christ
at least.
argument?
appeared in my
Hold,
dreams.
hold,
Jesus
hold
Christ
on.
was playing with my anus in my
Marcus,
dreams.
Uh,
Oh my god.
hell, bro.
I saw
That's
Jesus
really
penis
his best
Christ in my
argument.
dreams. Oh my
Dude,
god.
his entire argument is this.
We gave you a shot, man. And
Yeah,
you
it's
fucked
yeah.
it up.
You
He
blew your
left.
shot, man. We gave you a shot,
Did he
and
leave?
in good
He
faith, and
wasn't. He
you
wasn't
failed.
serious.
Go
It
Wow.
do your
sucks because
homework.
he speaks more than two languages.
Go
So
do
I
your
mean, like
homework,
that means he's
Marco.
dumb. That means he's dumb in more than two languages simultaneously because he
He,
speaks
No,
more than
wait,
two.
he
what's
couldn't
this?
even make one
He's dumb in
argument.
two, and he speaks in two.
Abismo, what's this theory you were talking about that was broken recently?
Lambda CDM. So there we have, prior to JWST, since Hubble telescope, we've had two competing models for calculating for the expansion rate of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Mond formula or theorem and Lambda CDM theorem.
Mm-hmm.
Mond stands for modified Newtonian dynamics. So they take the general
Mm-hmm.
relativity with Newtonian, laws of physics. And that's the thing. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a physicist. Okay.
Neither am
But
I. So.
that's going to be more representative of the steady state theory. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No. Excuse me, not the steady state theory. No. Standard model. That's referred to as standard model of physics. Okay. Lambda CDM. Lambda is just in calculus. Lambda is just a stand-in for an anonymous variable that we don't know yet. Okay. It doesn't refer to a cosmological constant or anything like that. And the CDM part stands for, it's an acronym for cold dark matter.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the idea that they're going to try to explain, they're going to try to provide a grand unified theory between general relativity, right, and the explanation of gravity by assuming that in order to explain cosmic redshift as we observe it, in order to account for this quote unquote theory that they have of singularity, this assumption that they have that everything in the universe, all the matter that could exist, started from a singularity. That's what accounts for the rate of expansion, as we know, as they claim to calculate it. To fill in that gap, they presume that this kind of dark matter and dark energy exists. I don't know how this looks like mathematically, but that's what they're saying that they have to do. Okay. But it turns out that the observations we have now from the James Webb Telescope shows that the galaxies in the universe, when we point the telescope in the direction in which the telemetry would show that that's like the youngest part of the universe, so to speak, where the singularity could have been based on our calculations, it turns out that the concentration of younger versus older galaxies aren't as different from anywhere else we would point the telescope. Now you get it.
Yeah. And I'm assuming this guy that was rambling about how religion sucks and how he hates.
Well, he's just coming in here with the same, superficial, naive assumptions about religion and science. Like he probably doesn't even have like an epistemological justification of his own. This is the same like bullshit, like naive atheist talking point that he came in here with.
He seemed young, like just the way he sounded.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Like, no offense to anybody who became a Catholic through social media means. I mean, it's great. Don't get me wrong. But like seeing, to me, he seemed like a guy who became an atheist through the internet. Like he had nowhere to go, and so he went on the internet to look for truth, and he found this truth through this warped perception of science.
He's been sold a scam.
Yep. Yeah. Watch him do research and come back 3 years later.
But the science bros have been basically coping for like the past 6 months. They've been scrambling.
This has been going on
then-
for 6 months?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I
thought it
mean,
was
you
like
got
a
to give them some
recent thing.
time to like process the data. You know what I mean? And then
Of
modify
course.
their equations and stuff, or whatever the hell they're claiming to do.
Which isn't really anything, really. I feel like, because it's just them trying to find a way to cope, but it's not working.